Inquisitor. Can we get around the bulk of these orcs?
Perhaps. My research produces a minimal waste, so the facility's sluiceways should be accessible.
Lead the way.
I got my las cannon back. Hot damn. Are you? Oh, you didn't kill him. Oh no. I've made a terrible mistake. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Space Marines!
I think right now my biggest issue with health has been the damn rocket guys in the back that I've just not been dealing with immediately. If I deal with them first, I think I'm fine.
Roast you.
Yeah.
Just shredding your armor.
And then they're coming up and melee and finishing me off in a couple hits.
Space Marines to kill! It's a fight now! Come and get me, Space Marine!
Goodbye. You end up playing through Bolt Gun. I heard that one was really fun.
Yeah. Pretty much your classic
Doom clone.
Doom game. Yeah, it's a boomer shooter. That was fun. Very faithful to Warhammer. Your space Marine just killing everything.
Yeah. Honestly, if they did that in the style like the Doom games, that would be pretty fucking badass.
Yeah. Obviously not too big in story because it's a boomer shooter, but...
Right.
Sometimes you don't need a story. Sometimes you just need to...
mindlessly destroy everything in sight. Daka, blooded teeth. Get absolutely fucked.
We're gonna die, Space Marine!
Got him. Got him. I think both of those were headshots too. Pretty impressive on a controller at the speed that I did that. I'd like to say.
We gotta give you something.
I died 6 times, okay? I'm gonna call out the fact that I got a headshot. That one was more like in his 3rd heart. How many hearts do orcs have? Space Marine or Astartes have 2. They also have some kind of like poison gland, I'm pretty sure, in their throat. Which is interesting.
Some do. Not all Space Marines. It's part of their gene splicing.
Gotcha.
I think some of them get it and some don't.
They need your help to activate the psychic scourge.
How large is the weapon?
The firing mechanism is at my research lab, but the energy pulse itself travels along conduits from the lab to the orbital spire.
Yeah, if you're interested in like the biology of the Astartes warriors, at least in 30K, the book Fulgrim went into that because one of the first things that the Emperor's children did, which led to them becoming traitors, was they started fucking with the gene seed. They were like, well, let's see if we... What would happen if we threw this organ inside one of our Space Marines? That sounds fun.
Orcs, I can actually tell you, orcs do have one heart, because there was a story in which Gazgul got injured, and one of his minions was like, "Oh, don't worry, boss, you can have my heart." He rips out his own heart, instantly dies, falls over, and destroys it, like crumbles on top of the heart and destroys it.
That's silly.
So he just killed himself for no reason. They do not have a liver, kidneys, spleen, or pancreas.
That is because they are, in fact, a plant.
They do have a heart, something akin to a brain, lungs. They have a multi-chamber stomach.
A multi-chamber stomach. What, like a cow?
Yeah.
I need time to override the lock, Captain.
Understood.
And they can perform photosynthesis. Because they are plants.
Because they are, in fact, a plant.
Space Marine!
Jesus, this guy is taking some hits. Christ.
Orcs are known to take the flip.
Oh, yeah, that one was a big boy, though. He took the big boy hit. Fucking shield boys again. You know, that was worth just using the goddamn Fury mode just to get rid of them as soon as they popped up. I didn't want to have to deal with their asses.
Through here, Space Marines.
You know what? Yeah, I think I might go in there before I get overrun by orcs. Get in there! Close the door! Close the door! Jesus!
Poor guy tried to run. Didn't even make it.
Whew. That was extremely close. I would have been very upset if I didn't make it to the door and had to restart from the checkpoint.
It is. With a few modifications, it also makes an ideal firing tower. The energy pulse should not damage the spire.
Do not sound confident.
Improvisation and experimentation go hand in hand.
They're coming out of the pipes. And they brought the squeaks.
Yeah, just be my boys.
Yeah, honestly, orc names are ingenious. What's that guy? Well, he came out of a butt. He's a butt boy.
That is a butt boy. What's that guy? He's got a hammer. That should be a hammer smasher.
What'd he do? He busts
He's
tanks.
smashing hammers.
Yeah, we call this guy the big old sheath. With stickers on for them and he carries them around. Actually, I think it might just be that.
Yeah,
Nonsense.
I think he should dead.
Kill them Space Marines. Boom, boom.
We both have the same idea. We both threw a fucking grenade at the same time.
The grenades collided today.
Whew, it's foggy. Or dusty, I guess. I think this is technically dust. Oh, I hear the explodey squids. There he is. Not catching me off guard. So you know how I said that I ended up watching through Murder on the Orient Express finally?
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's a sequel called Death on the Nile.
Sure.
Have you seen it? Or read it?
No. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've actually read
Well,
it.
while I was doing my workout and shit yesterday, or Sunday night, I threw it on while I was like working out, doing chores, what have you, around the house. The movie starts off, and honestly, like, before we go to bed, I might play the first, like, 10 to 15 minutes of it before we get off. Enough to show, like, the main cast. I want to see if, right off the bat, you two can tell exactly who did it. Who the murderer was right off the bat. Because I called it within, like, the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie.
It was the butler.
It's always the butler. But I called the entire plot within the 10 to 15 minutes, first 10 to 15 minutes. Granted, obviously not like the how the person died. Like I didn't pull all that. I didn't know that until it happened. But like who did it and why they did it, I immediately knew. I do like me a good murder mystery.
Yeah. Do enjoy murder mystery?
Apparently there's a third one too. I don't remember what that one's called, but there's another
Well,
one.
you know, Agatha Christie wrote a lot of books.
Yeah. Specifically, that line followed Detective Perot. I believe his name is.
We need to get our hand. We should do an episode on virtual tabletop on Tabletop Simulator. We should play the Orient Express board game.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. That's like a expanded version of Clue, isn't it? How many players do you have to play that?
1 to 6.
1 to 6.
Yeah, it's a murder
The
mystery.
facility's sub-basements.
Not
And here is our entrance.
like a social like game. You're not against each other. You work as cooperatively to figure out the mystery.
I see.
But it takes place on the Orient Express. The board game was released in the 80s. That's how you know it's good.
I'm back in the fucking sewers again. Oh my god.
That and the board is like three train cars.
What can
So
we
it's,
expect inside?
it's a real simple board.
Right.
Just
Chapter 10, House of Secrets.
What comprises a few, Inquisitor?
servo turrets, mostly.
Set to eliminate orcs?
Set to eliminate anything with the misfortune to move within their range.
Including us. Including Inquisitor. The Inquisitor. What's his name again? Dargos? Dagos?
Dagon?
Dakin?
Dagon. Dargon? Dagon? You know.
Wait. I'm pretty sure I have Drogon.
Broken.
I was like, I have an audio log in here, probably from the last time I beat the game.
Lockdown in effect.
You know, the Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG has a campaign called The Horror on the Orient Express.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. And there's a board game adaptation of that campaign.
It's interesting.
Fun fact.
I'd imagine there's some kind of Lovecraftian twist on it.
Yeah, I imagine. The board game isn't set to release until 2025, but the campaign's been out for a while.
Fair enough.
I'm just looking up Orient Express board games at the moment.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, it was open, I just thought it was neat.
To implement security protocol.
I got those
Missile
turrets.
launcher.
And a missile launcher. Goodbye. Yeah, the thing is, those ones are ranged base, which I did not realize
Need
the
to shut
last
that
time I
wall
played the
down.
game.
I do that from the central security
Despite the fact
room.
they spell it out
And that
for
is
you
where
in
we
the
are headed.
dialogue. But yeah, as it turns out, if you stay out of their range, they can't actually shoot you, and your guns shoot farther than they are positioned.
To be fair, Call of Cthulhu is probably one of the best RPG systems to use for a murder mystery,
Oh yeah, 100%.
just because of how it handles like realistic combat.
Hmm.
Realistic combat in terms of
If
people
you
getting
get shot,
injured
you'll probably die.
Yeah. And they have a lot of statistics for like investigating and such. It is an investigation game after all.
Oh, there it is. I was like, what am I supposed to be firing at?
Well, he's firing at you.
Oh yeah, he was successfully firing at me. It's that. Yeah, if I remember right, these ones are like on rails a bit, so they can kind of move around. And we'll get you if you're not being careful.
Enemies of
God
man
damn
are
it!
here.
You weren't fast enough.
Oh, I wasn't.
Let's hit another counter.
Fine. Get it off my screen. Get it off. I don't want to see it.
You're gonna have so much fun editing this later.
Shut the fuck up.
Lockdown in effect.
On the bright side, the time that I died like a shit ton, we were kinda quiet, so I'll probably just edit each one of those out and just show the counter going up with each
On the
death.
bright side, Every time I actively mention it out loud, you have to edit it in, or else we'd look very silly.
Well, I'm gonna do it now because I've already created a template for it. Like, I'm already a very, very lazy person, so if I'm gonna go through the effort to actually do something like that, you know I'm gonna use it.
You got it.
Fuck. Fuck. They got me good, stay did. Get out of here. What the f... Wait, was there a servo skull in there? How was I even supposed to get in there? Dude, stop! I got 7 bolts. I don't know if I'm surviving this one.
Cleanse!
The blood of martyrs is the seed of the Imperium.
Well,
Yeah. Get it off my screen. I don't want to see it.
Lockdown in effect.
This is getting silly. Go. 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 You don't. Come on. Get rid of them.
did you know it?
If I'm looking at this right, yeah, there's 100% one of the servo skulls in there. I don't even know how you're supposed to get in there. There's a big old freaking cliff in front of it.
Well, you know. You do? Okay. Well, I don't have to explain anything then.
I was testing you, actually. You know.
Well, you know. And I know. So we're both sitting here knowing.
What? I'm moving on. You know, it's probably a thing where I just gotta go down this hallway and take a right. That's probably what it is.
Authorization required to implement security protocols.
Uh-oh. Whew. And oh, come on! You know you wanna. You got the. Oh no! I missed. Oh, door not open. Actually, never mind. I just might. Ew. Going on in here.
thinks we are escaped Xenos specimens. There is a control panel in the side room. Get me there, and I can shut it down.
Control panel in the site. Very well. We will do our best to get over that way.
Did you know there was a video game adaptation of And Then There Were None?
Was there? Was it a DOS game?
No,
No.
no. It was not for DOS.
So it wasn't like the Apple II era.
No.
Wow.
They had one of the releases was it released on 2 systems, one of which was the Wii.
The
Just
Wii.
so you know the era we're talking about.
Oh wow. I figured
Yeah,
it would
really
probably
fun
be
to Wii.
along the lines of like the Colonel's Bequest or something.
No,
No,
it's
it's the Wii.
more. I'm not gonna say modern now, but 2000s.
That is actually surprising. Was it
Yeah.
well received?
Seven,
Seven?
8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's pretty well received, especially for the time
For a point-and-click adventure game.
on the Wii.
It had a Wii port and a Windows port. Once released in 2006.
I was gonna say, yeah, 2006, 2008, somewhere around that range.